Come on, how are you all?
Good to see you.
Good. A little wet, sorry.
Why don't you tell us your thoughts?
You know, I tell you, it's just that was a heavyweight fight. You know, it was a heavyweight fight. They threw punches, we threw punches, and you know, it was a game of runs. And I think they went on a run. They went on a run, and we would go on a run. And then at the end, right there, I think it just came down to who made the last play. You know, that's what it looked like, and who made the last play. And you know, we had some hustle plays in there that probably won't show up. Sierra hurt Wendy. You know, at the end, Jen took that three, and she literally got a hand on it. It won't show up in the stats. It won't show there. We talked about 50-50 balls, winning plays. That ball came out. Jen gets it. We throw it down there, and then on the other end, Fallon makes a really good move on Jen, spins, and CC's in the right place. You know, I trust her to be in the right spot, and you know, we talk about it all the time. And I think that we made one more play at the end, and we had an All-American performance in the third quarter. You know, we put in a play early in the week that we thought could get her some openings, and we kept running it, and she put us on the back and carried us right there in that stretch when we needed it.
What was Army doing in the first half against Jennifer that, you know, worked for them?
Well, I think that they were denying her all over the court, which, I mean, we've been waiting for that. We've been waiting for somebody to do that, and we had some things that we needed to put in. We had some kids that were a little bit skittish in the first half. If you watch in the second half, we were able to handle the ball a little bit more, and they settled in. I think early on, our other kids were a little bit, got to handle it a little bit. And Mimi came in, and I think her playing the point and getting Jen off really helped us a lot, too. But they were just totally denying. No one's really done that this year. They kind of played her straight up, and still gets a double-double, y'all. It's crazy.
Can you talk about the job you did on Alyssa Fallon, 4 for 15 from the floor? I mean, she finished with 11, but she was, at one point in the third quarter, I looked and she had like 4.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the defensive job you did on her?
You know, I'll be honest with you. I thought we did a really good defensive job. Other than about 3 or 4 plays in there where we knew we should have been out on shooters, and we kind of didn't get out. We weren't in the right spot. Like even in the last play at the end of the third quarter, when she shot that, we should have had somebody step up, and we didn't. But I thought we did a really good defensive job. And part of the goal was, can we keep them under 60? You know, and luckily we were able to do that and get one more point. But I thought we had a really good game plan. I think a lot of it started inside. We still gave up 20 offensive rebounds, even though we thought we did a good job.
Right.
You know, they're really good on the boards. Really tough, really physical.
You outscored Army 30-20 in the paint. Is that something that you could ever imagine would have happened?
No. You know, I mean, no, I just, you know, we had some big performances. I mean, you look at CC and Morgan, they came up with 10 points, but I do think a lot of that, the reasons we were able to do that, was because there was so much attention on Jen. And I think when you watch Jen play this game, and even when I go back to the Boston, where her growth has come is she doesn't force a lot of shots. You know, if you look today, she didn't force a lot of shots. And what she was doing was getting a lot of people open shots. And I felt like we didn't take some of the shots that we should have taken off of her drive. So I think her creating for others created that and all the attention that she had and got us some really good looks.
Coach, you've been talking all season about trying to find that second option. Today you had 3 players in double figures. Just how pleased were you with the way you guys spread the ball out there?
Well, I thought it was really good. I thought, you know, the one thing I think anybody that's watched us this year, we've been getting a lot of shots. You know, we're not turning the ball over other than a few games here or there, but we're getting a lot of shots. It's just a matter of whether we're making them. I think now it's just getting that third score, because right now Sydney, we're getting 16 to 18 games. You know, she's doing. I was a little frustrated with her in the first half because I was like, shoot it, you know, keep shooting. You've got a spot, and she would have to drive it. But I think she's becoming really consistent. You know, and they're playing 40 minutes a game. I mean, the last couple of games, Sydney and Jen both have put up 40 minutes, so that's a lot to be said for that.
Are you worried about that? I mean, as the season goes on, the wear and tear on the 2 of them. I mean, you had 7 players play today. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I mean, no, we talk about it. I mean, it's how do we get to the finish line? You know, we talk about it. You're playing 2 games a week, and, you know, we got to be able to manage that. The question is, how can you continue to do that, continue to get better, you know, and be able to stay conditioned if you're practicing an hour and 15, how do we do that? So we've been sitting down as a staff and really trying to project out, okay, how can we get to March? You know, what's it going to look like in March? But I will say, I think Jen and Sydney both put in a lot of work in the off season, so they can play that 40 minutes. You know, I think the biggest thing is, you know, what's the toll going to take on some of our post players? I think that's going to be the big question.
Coach, the crowd and the brigade, having them cheer behind you guys. What type of home court advantage was that today?
Oh my gosh, I actually got to do this for a change. Let's go. You know, it was great. It was great. You know, just having that type of energy in the building, you love it for your kids. You love it for your kids. They get to play in front of that. We talk about, that's why they came to college basketball. That's why they wanted to play college basketball, to play in these environments, to play against the Armies, you know. And I think that it was a special moment just for them. I'm so excited just for them to have that opportunity. And you could tell it when they came in the locker room, like, man, there's people out there. You know, they were pumped. Jen's smiling over there. She knows what I'm talking about. It's special for them, and I think I've done this long enough that these moments are really important. And we told them today, I said, you only get certain moments, and you got to seize those moments. You got to take what you want. You know, if this is what you want to do in your life, this is what, go take it. Don't wait for somebody else to do it.
Coach, what was different in the third quarter? You shot 50 some odd %, and you really came out with a lot of energy, and then you held Army to 31% shooting on the day.
Yeah, I think defensively we had a really good game plan, and you know it was still really hard for them because they got 20 offensive rebounds. It was really tough, and we battled. We were just really tough. And honestly, guys, we can talk about coaching. You know, we put her in the right spot. You know, we made a little bit of adjustment in the third quarter where, you know, if you watch the first half, we were playing wide. Okay, we realized the way that they were playing, we had to play in the middle of the court to be able to take away the help. So we tried to play more in the middle of the court and get Jen in the middle of the court. And you know, when she hits 2 threes like that, and then she does a spin move, fade away, you know, I don't know how much coaching that really is. It's an all. To me, it's one of the best players that I've coached, taking it on her shoulders in a big moment, and I think she was able to create some things for others. So I think we put our team in some spots and they made shots. That makes sense.
All good?
Hey, appreciate you guys. So